The first Aliyah. Moses gathers all the Jews to the tabernacle to witness the divine presence descending upon the sanctuary on that day. This particular day that we're discussing, of course, is the 8th day, as we said. But in addition to being the 8th day, which, again, in and of itself is also important, the sages tell us that this particular day had 10 special things about it. And 2 of the 10 that are highlighted is that it was the first day of the days of creation, namely it was a Sunday, and it was the first day of the month. It was Rosh Chodesh Nisan, the first day of the month of Nisan. The commentaries ask why it's so important that these 2 special characteristics are highlighted in general, and especially in the context of the erection of the tabernacle. Again, this day is special first and foremost because it's the 8th day, the day when the tabernacle was no longer just a training facility, but when it actually was erected with a divine flame that comes down, consumes the offerings, and all of the functions as actually commanded happen. The idea of the Mishkan, the idea of the tabernacle, is in essence a practical continuation of what occurred at Sinai. At Sinai, the Jewish people, of course, gathered at the mountain. God descends onto the mountain and Moses ascends. And then, of course, God gives us the Torah. God's descent onto the mountain is the very first time since the Garden of Eden. So for 26 generations, there's this massive gap. And finally, there is once again the actual presence of God in the physical world. Not just an angel, not emanation, not prophecy, but actual physical presence in a physical world for an infinite spiritual being, for God. Obviously, those are pretty much polar opposites. Infinity, infinitude, spirituality, and physicality. But the whole idea of Sinai, the whole idea of the Torah, is the combination of those 2 things. That's why the sages say that the Torah was given for no reason other than to make peace in the world.